Hey moguls, it's Dr. T here, and I'm just checking in with some mogul upgrades where we mogul up because we get upgrades. And I just like to share these with you because I have so many of them come in all the time, and I get to share these with clients, but I always like sharing them with so many more people because they're so valuable. And they're just things that I would have wanted to know and things that I would have wanted help with and would have been really game changing for me. So, one of my mogul upgrades today is really about having a mogul moment where we really look at what we've been learning in our trajectory to become a real top leader, right? Whether it's a CEO or a founder or whatever you call yourself, an owner, um, whatever that is for you, in your ascension to be the top of it, to really go into that top mogul level where you run both a company and your whole reality in such a very powerful, intentional, effective, flowing way. Um, that's really something to be on that trajectory, to move forward and upward toward a higher capacity, pulling out of yourself or allowing to emerge from within you the full potential of your actual design of you as a person and what it's actually capable of doing in this world. This is one of those things that on these trajectories, there's so many moments and things to encounter, to master. I mean, to really master so that you move through your life in an upward ascension, higher into just easy flow and being able to manage more things with less effort and just absolutely just such an easiness that we know it allows certain people to have 500 companies, which would make no sense. But it's because it's an echelon of reality where things are just absolutely easier. And these upgrades are for you to ascend into that level of ease where it's like the reversal, where in a certain frequency, you have to do a lot to get a little. Well, in the other echelon, when you program yourself to be there and your programming takes you there and allows that reality to come into your existence, to come into your field, so to speak, that's a whole different world where it really is like that, where a teeny bit of intention creates massive, flowing, abundant, prosperous, profitable reality. And so it's always fascinating to me how few people and how little they do of upgrading themselves. I just find this just stunning. But in any case, the mogul moments are so important that you get whatever the value is that you got out of an experience. And the thing that I'll say is that so that you can turn that thing that you learned in a way that was like, whoa, I'm going to do it different now. You can squeeze millions of dollars of how the thing that you're no longer going to do and the thing that you are transforming it to be. And so the thing for me, this mogul moment is about really making an even higher level commitment, really making such a connection and such an intention about being that much more of a just a very positively influential person, such that that is so much more important than being liked. And I know that may sound like a paradox there. So the thing that I really see get people stuck and I really see slow them down, and it's especially for women, but is this thing of having to be so liked at every stage of your trajectory and every single moment and by everybody. And I definitely absorb that in this world because it's basically some of the top, what I think is also most destructive female conditioning. And then that conditioning, we're conditioned that way. And what male people don't get is if they keep conditioning that, all that's happening is they're absorbing a bunch of it too. It's just physics. That's why it's fun to be in a cool science, to be in psychology and to really get like the physics of it are, if you're leaving us stuck in that programming and you don't want to let it go and you don't want to just let us in on all the freaking abundance that is there, then whatever we're suffering in, they're literally suffering in it, gazillion times more because they've left it in our world. So this thing of females being conditioned to be liked, and to have everybody's approval and to have everybody like you at every single moment is one of the absolute biggest control mechanisms that I think ever happened to females, because they had to really make sure they were liked so they were safe, because it's only fairly recent that basic safety is more prevalent. So this thing of needing to be so liked was adaptive from, very uncivilized ages, the brutality that could happen if one wasn't super pleasing and getting everybody's approval. So this skill got adapted, but it's too alive and well. I just see it. I've experienced it. Clients have. And these are the kinds of things that we help people overcome through reprogramming and having new programming in place of that. Because, this mogul moment is about acknowledging that anywhere where I put being liked as more of a priority than being the most positively, socially influential person that I could be, meaning that I put what was greater than that as a priority. Like, how can I go from just this little thing of being liked, which is so small, to something which is such a much more profound purpose, which is to simply be the best that I could possibly be in order to simply be it, because that is what is best for the entire global reality field, that I would be that. Because otherwise we're shooting for something really low and we're just kind of getting some juice off of that, a little hit off of like, oh, I'm liked, so now I feel a little bit more safe in the tribe. It's a hit of some sort of safety, so it meets that need temporarily, but it's not the same as ascending in your trajectory and moving beyond that purpose, which will make it not even a thing anymore. So when your purpose is to be not just who somebody needs you to be or wants you to be in order for you to be liked by them, approved by them, included by them, all of that, but who you need to be that is absolutely the best for the whole and the totality. Because then you would be shooting for something that would already include, people would naturally have a good feeling toward that. So that already gets taken care of. But when you shoot for the bottom like that, then whatever you get from it is still going to keep you at the bottom. You're going to maybe be good at having people you're going to be accommodating so that people will like you rather than just create like a mogul. But in reality, when you just decide you're going to create like the top creator that you are, and that's what will bring about the most good things for this world, and that's the way that the very world you live in can upgrade, and you can therefore essentially be redecorating the world and be one of those people that really has a say in it. It just makes perfect sense. And that way, then there is no more of this victim thing that somebody's doing something. It's like you're making a higher goal. And if the higher goal for everyone is to be the best they can possibly be so that everyone only gets that, that is so much more what is going to create the ideal reality that it can include everybody. So I just like to mogul up from that, and I like to bring forth things that I continue to work on. And it is to make a much higher priority consistently and to keep returning to it over and over again than just this thing of needing to make sure that certain people like me in order to have some bottom level feeling of just like, okay, I'm just safe. And like you're just still shooting for the bottom. And the good news, everybody, from this upgrade is that when you shoot for the top, it actually does include all the other things below it. You just went for the echelon that already has built into it these other things. So if you go for those, it's going to take forever. But if you go for absolutely everything as immediately as possible that is your best self, and just understand that, and that you can help other people understand that's like, this is what I'm doing, that's a game changer. And you're going to go forward in a smoother, easier way. And you're going to go forward all the way through your life that way because you're making it a way of being. So I really had to learn this one, and I'm very much always in this upgrade of this one. And I invite you to that upgrade, that if you're shooting for the top, and you can call it whatever you want, we really see the mogul archetype encompassing just a very amazing capacity for very positively influential creation by these people that advances our entire evolution of this world, our communities, our larger communities, our global community, and going toward being that being, and all the decisions that being would make, whether you're whatever gender you are. What does that person decide in this case, that case, that case? Because now you'll be getting the information from that echelon. You'll be making those decisions. You'll just keep moving more upward into that level, which is just a more awakened state of capacity and well-being and wealth and success that just flows and benefits everyone around you. So hopefully this mogul moment, intentionally, it was very much meant for you to get this upgrade without having to go through it, or if you're going through it, for you to know that you're on the right track and to trust it, because you don't even know your level of success until you've absolutely implemented these very important upgrades and what it would be. So as you do it, you're going to start seeing results. You're going to start knowing what you're actually truly capable of. So your invitation is to take it in. Give us a thumbs up if this upgrade has absolutely felt like a win for you, and share it for people that need this upgrade as well, because they're needing to mogul up and needing to be that top version of themselves. And if you need any additional support, you can click the links below here that talk all about our different offerings, where we really make sure that people go through the mogul trajectory and ascend in it through absolutely as immediately as possible, getting reprogrammed into doing these kinds of upgrades and having them just easily take care of things that you are wanting to upgrade materially. So it's been great being with you all today. I thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.